Expectation. A constant pressure that is expected to be met. Never seen as an individual but a mere shadow, dictated by its surroundings. Judged of its genuine attempts and stoned for its made-up facades. Here are the pieces that define the character, Natsuki Subaru. A puzzle filled with pieces not of its own. The anime Re:Zero is an isekai that revolves around identity and self-worth. A brilliantly made series handling topics such as trauma and expectations when forced onto an individual, in this case, Natsuki Subaru. In this video, I'm not going to relay the whole Re:Zero plot, rather go over events and characters that has made major changes in the life of Natsuki Subaru. So before we begin, grab your snacks, hug your buddy pillows, and enjoy the show. Previous of being isekai, Natsuki Subaru has been living a life of a shadun, living just for the sake of breeding, a lifestyle filled with the routine of bare minimum needs. But it wasn't always like this. As a kid, Subaru has always been compared to his father, and was always labeled as Ken's son. Subaru's father is perceived as a perfect man, a person that can do everything. This image, however, soon proved to become a burden for our main character. Growing up, Subaru would always find ways in achieving the image expected of him to have, by becoming funny like his father, intelligent like his father, dependable like his father. You get the point. Unconsciously, Subaru has built up this image that he thought would please and satisfy those expectations, to only be discarded by the very people he thought were friends. Going in middle school, Subaru decided to stop living in the image of his father, putting down the facades and fake personality, to only be put in a dilemma. You see, Natsuki Subaru has only lived as Ken's son. When meeting people, he would never present himself by Natsuki Subaru, instead as the image he had created. This can be seen by people's reaction on his attempts at becoming himself. Ridiculed for being weird and judged by his surroundings, Subaru, seeing how he is unaccepted socially and constantly being rejected on his attempts to change, he gave up. When Re:Zero finished its first season adaptation, there were definitely mixed reviews when it comes to Subaru as a character, most calling him stupid, arrogant, boring, and a garbage-ridden character. Let me actually read some of these comments, though keep in mind this was all taken from a My Anime List poll with the topic of Subaru's likableness. Yes, that is a word. So there are many comments regarding Subaru in the My Anime List poll, but I'm just gonna pick two for the sake of time. So we're just gonna go straight up and read those. They're very straightforward, with or without context, but all you need to know are the main points of the comment. So yeah. In the end of this, I'll try to add my take on these, well, on the topic. So one of them says, I don't care about Rem and that little love triangle, but I find Subaru extremely annoying because of his stupidity. Seriously, he's the only character of anime who manages to become a little dumber with every new episode. Okay? The second one would be very straight to the point. I don't hate him, I'm neutral. Okay, he's neutral, but he says he's straight up trash, garbage written character though. I don't know if that's being neutral, but okay. Now, you might be surprised, but most of the comments here are correct. With a big but. Subaru is weak, he is incompetent, and he's not really the smartest individual, but that is why he is such a compelling character. Subaru is supposed to have these annoying traits, because he is meant to be portrayed as a character with a broken image. He would do these meaningless and dumb decisions because he's not perfect. Consistently, he would be the cause of hardships, reasons for another's death, resorting to lose one's pride, and purposely have someone hate him for the sake of others. These are all decisions that make sense based on how he's portrayed as a broken character. Seeing Subaru develop and grow out of these imperfections, discovering how to value himself rather than become an image of others, followed with the most raw character development, are what makes Re:Zero, in my humble opinion, one of the most best isekai to come out this generation. Okay, it's kinda weird to go back explaining events that developed Subaru as a character after that. I should have had that section for the conclusion of this video. Okay, let's continue regardless. I will make it short, so stick in if you've made it this far. Here we go. After the Isekai transition, further in the series, Subaru would be faced with problems proved to be outside of his capabilities. So much that all he could do was trial and error in order to find the right solution for said problem. When a character gets Isekai, they would get a rare item, or sometimes an annoying goddess, and Subaru is no different. He gets the ability to return in time upon death. When finding solutions, Subaru would always resort to his ability because that is the only way to compensate for his weaknesses. But even that sometimes was still not enough, to the point where many times Subaru would break down over how he is useless and incompetent, unable to not mess up constantly, no matter how many times he sacrificed his self-worth. Constant disregard towards his own life again and again and again. That is until she comes into the picture. Rem, who we are introduced quite early in the series, is the very character to show that it is okay to be weak. It is okay to fail. It is okay to be yourself. All this time, due to Subaru's past, he always had to become Emily as knight, Emily as butler, Emily as consort, Emily as this, Emily as that, to only then become someone useful. But then, Rem reminded him that it is okay to be yourself. The man that never gave up, the man that only has determination to offer, the man that puts others first before himself, the man who is Natsuki Subaru. The lesson from this anime, as said before, revolves around identity and self-worth. Being weak, incompetent, and imperfect does not mean you need to become something else in order to change. ReZero taught us that it is okay to be imperfect because change is in the eye of the beholder. Don't value yourself based on other people's view on you, but rather how you perceive yourself as a person. Love yourself. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for watching, and if you made it this far, I am very thankful. Hope everything was easy to follow and clear. I would appreciate very much on any critics I can get regarding my edits or my audio or my structure or anything really. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, comment, like, share, whatever. If you don't, then that's okay. Thank you.